Hello everyone, myself Sabina Devi, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics. So in previous video, I explained about the term elasticity and what all the definitions will be there in the elasticity. Okay, right? In this previous video, I explained about the elastic body and stress, strain, and so types of strain and elastic element. Right? So in this video, I am going to explain about the elasticity plasticity. Okay, so about elasticity, right? Especially, so it is the property of the body by the virtue of which it deforms by the application of deformed force. Okay, so while applying the force to the body, it gets deformed. So this is the so while stress is applied to the body, it gets strain is produced. Okay, so while removing the stress, comes to the original state. That means elasticity. Okay, so it is the property of the body by which the application of deforming force and the returns to the original shape after removing of the deforming force. Right, it is the property of body by the virtue of which it deforms by the application of deforming force and returns to the original shape after removal of deforming force. It is called as elasticity. So material those so elasticity are called elastic materials. So which material having this property of elasticity? So that materials are called as elastic materials or elastic body. For example, shock absorbers of vehicles, natural rubber, metallic wire, and spider web, and steel, graphene. These are all the elastic materials, right? So plasticity. So next one is plasticity. So what is meant by plasticity? Okay, so this is also the property of body, but it doesn't gain its original shape after the removal of deforming forces. That is called as the plasticity, right? So it is the property of body by the virtue of which it deforms permanently and never regain its original shape after removal of deforming force. Okay, so this is called as the plasticity. So elasticity nothing but after removing the deforming force, it will comes to its original shape. But plasticity, it does not comes to its original shape. It will permanently deform it to the other state. That is called as the elasticity, right? So material source plasticity are called as plastic materials. So which material having the property of plasticity? That is called as plastic materials. For example, wet clay, rigid bodies like rocks, metallic glasses, and etc. These are all the plasticity of the material, right? So next one is Hooke's law. So what is meant by Hooke's law? So we know that we are well known about Hooke's law, right? So Hooke's law is nothing but stress is directly proportional to strain. So while stress is applied to the body, the strain also will be increased. Okay, so small amount of stress is applied to the body, the strain amount of also small. So if larger amount of stress is applied to the body, the strain also very large, right? So for sufficiently small deforming force, the strain is proportional to the stress. Okay, so stress is directly proportional to strain. So here E is the elastic modulus, so that is equivalent to stress by strain. So elastic modulus is nothing but the ratio of stress to the strain. So how much amount of stress is applied to the body, so how much it will get the strain will be produced to the body. So in this factor will be called as elastic modulus. Okay, E is the proportionality constant, and which is known as the modulus of elasticity. So which is depending on the material being deformed and nature of the deformation. Okay, so elastic modulus is depending on the material and the nature of the deformation. Okay, so this is called as Hooke's law. So Hooke's law is nothing but stress is directly proportional to strain. So here we have the definition that is called as elastic modulus. So elastic modulus is nothing but the ratio of stress to the strain. Okay, so which is depending on the nature of material and the nature of deformation, right? So next one is the Young's modulus of elasticity. So Young's modulus of elasticity is nothing but longitudinal stress to the longitudinal strain. So in elastic modulus, we have many types of types. Okay, right. So we have three different types: Young's modulus, restrictive modulus, and bulk modulus. Okay, so these factors will be explained in later video. So in this video I'm explained about so what is meant by elasticity, what is meant by plasticity, and the Hooke's law. Okay, so in later video I will explain about so what are the types of elastic bulk, sorry, what are the types of elastic modulus, right? So thank you all.